Hi, this is Dan from Gameolio. I'm just taking a look at Rift today. I did start when the Head Start started, and I've just been been going fairly slowly through it, trying to take in the sights and sounds, but I've had some sort of issues, and I think might have been ISP related. Quite a few people have had this, in that we were getting unbearable lag to a point where it was unplayable. We're talking like 100k latency, and they just wouldn't go away. My way around that was to go through those little well, the one I'm using is Battle Ping, and that seems to be doing the job at the moment. So yeah, I'm not sure if there is a fix or what's going on, if they're talking to ISPs or what's happening with that, but hopefully that all gets resolved. Apart from that, everything's been fine, which is good. Surprising, actually, for an MMO. And as you can see, I'm in Gloomwood Pines. I'm just sort of rolling around here having a look. I believe I've got a quest out here somewhere. Oh, I've got a hand in. Got to get back. Let's go back. So I'm playing. I've just got this at 720p at the moment, so it may not look as good as it should, but it still looks pretty damn impressive compared to what's out there. I need to play Lord of the Rings again, because it's been a while since I've had a look at the graphics they got there. But this one stacks up pretty good, and the great thing is that it runs fairly well. When I first went in, we were talking about, geez, it was under 30 frames per second, I'd say, quite like nearly all the time. But with all the patching and things that Trion Worlds have been doing, it's sort of got back up there. Quite often I'm sitting on between 40 and 55, depending what's going on. I guess Rifts brings it down to about 30, but you know, my graphics card isn't the best graphics card out there or anything. It's fairly old. We're talking 2 or 3 years old now, so I'm glad that it's actually able to produce something. Now, granted, I don't have any shadows on. I typically turn that off on any game, but yeah, I suppose with shadows on it would really take a hit. But hey, okay, so where am I now? Okay, that right there is like a portal. It allows you to go from town to town, or
well met.
Different portals. So if I have a look here, so you can see, I go to the Sanctum, and go to Argent Glade. These are places I've been before. So I guess similar to WoW, where you would find a flight path. Only the good thing is that you instantly go there. There's no flying time as such. So I guess more like the portals that used to be in Dalaran, or the ones that are out there in Stormwind now. Which is another point. It's very easy to get into this game, because it acts so much like WoW. You know, everything's there. I mean, look, there's the guild, and you've got perks. You know, the things that sort of just came into WoW, they're sort of already here. What else have we got? Now you got your character sheet. You got your skills, currencies, your mounts. I've only got one at the moment. I've got my turtle, my crazy 2-headed turtle guy, or tortoise. I guess more of a tortoise. Companions, little mini pets. You got titles, kind of cool. Skill tree, when it comes up, it's kind of interesting. I mean, yeah, it still looks similar to WoW, but I can be a Beastmaster as a warrior, which is different. I've sort of progressed in the champion tree at the moment. I don't really know what's a good way, or what's the best way to level up at the moment. So I've just kind of gone all DPS, or what I think is a good line for DPS, and I suppose Riftblade would be very good too. And the thing is with this, they all look really good. It doesn't seem to matter which way I went. So yeah, it's cool having a little pet here as a warrior. Look at my pet. Wow. Anyway, let me hand in this quest here.
I have a task for an ascended.
Alright. So it's still the same thing where you've got your wall of text there, I suppose. We've got a little summary there, which is good. But
I am sure you can handle this.
like WoW, it gives you indicators where to go. So I've got to go that way. Yeah, so just little things like that. Well, it's not really little. I mean, it's quite obvious. You're playing something that's taken a lot from WoW and I guess other MMOs, and has done it right for once, which is good. But yeah. Riding up the hill. Ooh. As you were, gentlemen. Now, riding around in the open world is cool because, well, cool and good. You can get distracted fairly easily. Now, that is because they're, well, the name of the game, Rift. You can have rifts opening up in the open world, and basically enemies pour through, and you got to defeat them. You can choose to. You don't have to. The good thing is that a lot of other players are usually around that area too, and you know, it's very easy. You just hit the button, you can join a public group, and it pops you in a group with all the guys and girls, and you're in a type of raid. Just take on enemies, and there's rewards for taking part. So yeah, I'd like to come across one actually, but I don't think there's any going at the moment. I see no rifts. So yes, this is just a very basic intro movie. I plan to do a lot more Rift films. I'd like to give my thoughts. Yeah, on the 0 to 20 experience and beyond. So very similar to WoW. You've got your little talents and skills down here, which I'm hitting. There are so many, and I still don't know what the best combination is. I'm kind of playing this like I'm an arms warrior in WoW. So just doing what I know, and it seems to be working. I don't die too much, but I'm sure there's a much better way of doing it. Let's get to this quest area. Yeah, it's a very picturesque, especially when you get to on top of the mountains and you can have a look down into valleys. I think that's the thing it's got going at the moment. It's different, you know. We're all so used to what's in WoW, and I think a lot of players, maybe like myself, just sort of wanting to have a change of scenery, and Rift definitely gives it to you. So, right, so I've got kill these things now. Quests are fairly simple, I suppose. Kill these things, go here, collect that. But I don't really want to complain about that type of thing. The Rift events just break it up, so yeah. Die, Prowler, die! Die! Oh, I've got quite a few on me. Cool. And look, there's another player. There are other people in this game. Quite a few, actually. There's been a lot of queues, which is different. Well, not different. I just didn't expect that in this game. And it's one of those games which came out of nowhere. I really didn't know too much about it. Jumping into the head start, I was surprised at how many people were playing the game or wanting to try it. Sure enough, you know, most games when they start up, there's a lot of people waiting to get into it, but I didn't expect server queues. We're talking like server queues of 3 hours to begin with, and I think they've all been sorted out now. But yeah, Trion Worlds pretty good like that. They were adding new servers as we were playing. And there's little notifications coming up telling us that this was happening. So I got to say my experience so far has been pretty positive. Apart from the latency issue, it's been fairly smooth. So anyway, this is just the first video, so I'll just leave you with that, and I will hopefully see you later.